Morgen Schick, and I'm trying to decide what the name of this show is because I used to start my show by saying, it's Morgen Schick, and this is Beauty Rehab. And then I had a couple people say, well, you don't really rehab us. You're just teaching us all this great stuff. And I decided I didn't want it to be like you were doing something wrong. I don't want you to think that you're doing something wrong. But as a Ford model for 25 years and a makeup artist, and I've written 2 books, and I've had my own line of makeup, Morgen Schick Cosmetics, on HSN for 11 years. And I was the spokesperson for a big line of cosmetics before that called Laura Mercier. I felt like a lot of people are doing the makeup wrong. I learned that from having my skin destroyed as a model and thinking I have got to figure out a way to fix this. I didn't need to go to rehab. I just needed to learn the truth about what makeup does to your skin, how it ages you, how having certain ingredients age you. And then I started growing older as a model, and I realized, oh, okay, makeup can really age your skin. And I'm watching all of these girls around me get horrible skin problems, and then that's why I started my own line. That's why I wrote the books. So if you've got any great ideas of what you think my name should be, that's not the topic of today for the show, but it's come up a couple times that I should get a new formal name. Anyway, welcome. Okay, so today's topic is that your aging must be invisible. It must be stealth. And stealth, I always say that to people, you're aging or you're anti-aging or whatever it is you're doing to make yourself your most beautiful has to be stealth. And stealth is, and someone asked me what stealth meant. Stealth is like the stealth bomber. It cannot be detected. No radar can detect a stealth plane. It has to be no one knows what you were doing. And I know that I've spoken about this, and I know that it kind of touches into last week's show, because last week's show was prepping for your aging. If you prep, you will not look like you're aging. You will just look like the most beautiful version of you at any day, which is what I want for you. But there is some prepping, but that prepping must be invisible, because when anyone, and your eyes are so perceptive, when anyone can see that you're doing something to augment your look, whether you're 16 and you get a nose job or you're 35 and you do Botox, if you don't do it correctly and in a stealth manner, meaning a very small amount that is invisible to our very perceptive eye, you already lose your game. You already look like you're insecure about something. And that takes away from the way you want to roll. Remember, I want you to connect your inner feelings, your beauty, your inner image of what you really believe in your head as your image in the mirror. I want you to connect that to how you look in the mirror, what you are showing people. Does that make sense to you? I want you to listen to this. If you look in the mirror and you do not see the person that you want to ultimately potentially be, I'm your girl to get you there. I will give you the secrets. I learned these secrets as a model. I learned these secrets as a makeup artist. I teach this image management to celebrities, to huge world-class athletes, to people on TV every single day, to models, to designers. I teach them how to take their exact person that they are and fine-tune it in a very invisible way to take them to their highest level of potential. And that's what I want to do for you. But what I want you to know is that you have to do it invisibly. And that means no one can tell that you're doing it. And this came up because I saw a picture of Meg Ryan, who is going to do a voiceover for a new TV show. And the picture broke my heart. Everyone remembers Meg Ryan as being the cutest girl, this really pretty girl with this fantastic haircut and just the greatest smile, fabulous lips, just a beautiful girl. And then I saw her. And Meg Ryan, I think, is just about my age. I think she's probably around 50. And she looks horrible. She looks where her eyebrows are so high from too much Botox. Her eyes are tiny now because she's had too much filler put in her cheeks. Her lips are now augmented and filled up. Her skin looks terrible. All of this, I wish I could have gotten a hold of Meg Ryan. I would have had Meg do so many things differently. And there's so many celebrities out there that when you see them, you think in your head, how sad that they did not think that they were so petrified of aging in our society that they looked in the mirror and allowed someone to do this. I feel the same way about Suzanne Summers. I love Suzanne Summers. I worked with her when I was at HSN. She was so sweet, such an effervescent, beautiful, natural woman who you now look at her and she looks nothing like the woman she was, and she looks so augmented. It's distracting. The same thing with, there's a few of them. Laura Flynn Boyle, who was on a TV show many years ago. Goldie Hawn. How can you do that to yourself? So I want you to never look like you're doing anything to yourself. And in our next segments, I'm not only going to teach you what to do first, I'm going to shout out to actresses and celebrities that I think are doing it really well, because if you're over 40 or over 40 in the public eye, you are doing something. You are, because everyone's so paranoid. But there are people who are doing it so well and so invisibly that you need to learn from them. And I am going to point it out and tell you what they're doing so you can use this for yourself. So today is all about aging invisibly. So that means that what you're going to do is fix your skin. If you want to do lasers, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Botox. We're going to talk about hair color. We're going to do all of that in a way that you age every single day. You do little things. It's cumulative, okay? You don't look in the mirror one day and think, oh, I need to get my cheeks blown up so my cheekbones are higher so I get rid of the nasolabial fold. I need to plump up my face with all these fillers. I need to plump up my lips with all these fillers. I need to put tons of Botox in my face because they're going to charge me, $800, so I want to get my money's worth. Bad idea. If you've never had arched brows before, you cannot get Botox to give you arched brows. Okay? I want you to stay with me in this show. I'm going to take calls. I want to hear your questions. This is the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. The number here is 888-454-3378, 888-454-3378, Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. I want you to call me if you've got questions, if you've got comments, if you've got an idea for aging gracefully and doing it in a stealth, invisible way. I want you to call and share it with the rest of my callers. Okay? This is a big day because no matter what you do, we all age. No matter what we do, we all age. It is our common denominator. It's what brings all women together. But what I want you to do is I want you to look beautiful for every day that you are. I want you to be your greatest potential. I don't want you to miss anything. So I don't want you to be a Meg Ryan. I don't want you to be a Suzanne Summers. I don't want you to be a Courtney Cox with those lips. I don't want you to be a Goldie Hawn. I don't want you to be a Melanie Griffith. I want you to be your most beautiful self every day, and no one knows how you got that way. No one can tell what you're doing. Okay, so come back. Get on the phone, 888-454-3378. This is a big show today because we are really going to unearth what the secrets are that all these women are doing when they're doing it right. Okay, we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. I'm Morgen Schick, and this is the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. Call me at 888-454-3378. Today's topic is that your anti-aging or your beauty in general must be invisible. It just needs to look like you just woke up looking that fantastic. I know it's a lot of work. I know that it takes a village in order to get it all together, the hair color, the skin, the teeth, the body, all of that. I know it's work, but it's our image, and we live in an increasingly more demanding image-obsessed society. Now people can actually Google you before you date them, before you get a job, before you do pretty much anything. So I want you to jump in and get your image straight. I want you to look the most beautiful that your potential can provide. And I promise you, if you listen, if you do what I tell you to do, you will age so beautifully. You will age so seamlessly. You will age like a Jane Fonda, like a Diane Lane, like a Cindy Crawford, like a Charlize Theron. All of these women are doing something about their aging. They all are. And I will tell you the one thing that every single one of these women are doing, and I can tell it just by looking at their celebrity photos, is that they are all using a night cream that's got an exfoliant in it. That's why their skin is radiant. So if you are in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, and you are not using an alpha hydroxy or a retin-A, some sort of a inner exfoliant on your skin every single night, then you are going to end up needing lasers and all of this kind of crazy stuff when you're older, and it could go very, very badly. Sorry, that's a verb. So I want you to do that tip for me. I want you to investigate. You can do it over a mass product. You can do it over a high-end product. It doesn't matter. I need you to every single night use an inner exfoliator, which is an alpha hydroxy in your night cream every single night, because that's what these women are doing. They're doing a lot more stuff than that, but that is the greatest tip I can give you for right now. Okay, I've got Molly on hold. Molly, are you with me?
I am here. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Molly. I'm fantastic. All right, what do you think about this topic today, Molly? What are you doing to keep yourself looking gorgeous?
Well, I'm all natural today, so I'm not really doing much.
It's okay. You don't have to do it every day. It's a cumulative thing over your lifetime. So
Absolutely.
What do you do?
I'm 40 now. I'm 40 now, so I did actually have a question for you.
Okay, great.
Okay, so now when I was younger, it was very in style to be tan. And now that I'm 40, I do have some of those sunspots. What do you recommend to get rid of those?
Well, how do you feel about not being tan anymore?
I'm okay with it. I think I look better tan, but, I did the spray tan thing, but the maintenance and my clothes always turn colors. So I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So, I'm just embracing being old.
No, that's not. No, that's not what I want to hear. Because I bet why did you love being tan?
Well, because it made me feel better, and it made my skin look better, and, just the whole thing. I just, people always said, oh, you've just come from vacation. I'm like, no, but, so being sun-kissed, I think, is just beautiful.
I 100% agree with you. But what I loved is that someone said to you, you looked rested, like you'd just been on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is that if you always make sure you look rested, and I believe that a lot of times people like having that sun kissed because, again, it kind of forces you to look rested. It's you have that, you just came back from vacation, and I think that helps with your head of just feeling good about yourself. I love a light golden tan. But I don't want you to not feel that way now that you're not being tan anymore. Like, I don't want you to say, I'm just going to embrace being old. Because I think there's a lot of great ways that you can do. Like, Jergens has this kind of tanning lotion that is cumulative. So you wear it and you don't see it the first day, you see it the second day or the third day or over a couple weeks, and that's not like a spray tan, so it doesn't get on your clothes like that. Have you tried those?
No, I haven't.
Okay, there is I don't know the name of it, but I want you to Google it. It gives you, like, it's a cumulative tan that you put on your face or you put on your body, and within 3 weeks you will build a tan. And I don't think Jergens is the only one that has that. I think there's other companies that have that. So for everyone else out there, look it up. It's a cumulative sun-kissed glow that you can get. And I totally agree with you, Molly, that having that kind of a tan feeling makes you feel great. Whenever I go on vacation, I start using, a building tanner just so I don't feel the urge to lay out, to get a tan when I do go on vacation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you get there and you're like, oh my God, I got to lay out right now so I look like I'm on vacation.
Exactly.
But other than that, Molly, do you feel good about your aging? Do you feel, are you working hard so one day you don't look in the mirror and go, oh no, I'm old? Are you doing that for me?
Somewhat. I mean, I look at my mom who's 75, and she looks like she's 55, so that's really helpful. I think, okay, I've got good genes, so I've got that going for me right now. So I just have to maintain, just doing the right thing and moisturizing and that sort of thing every night and making sure to protect my skin in the daytime.
Okay, perfect. And have you started doing any type of intervention like lasers or facials or any of that kind of
Nothing.
stuff?
No, nothing.
Okay, so Molly, you're young, but I am telling you, when you hit 46, 47, your great bone structure and what you got from your mom is not, it kind of fades away a little bit. I know that because my mom is 76, and at 46, I went, uh-oh. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to feel beautiful your entire life because because the energy you have and your own charisma. But I don't want you to get all of a sudden at 46, holy smokes, now what do I do? Because that's when I think people go off the rails and they do things that are not good, that make them look like they're trying too hard.
I agree with you on that. Like, I see people that are, like, over-Botoxed, and I just saw, who was it, Courtney Cox on TV yesterday, and she looked just like Janice Dickinson. I'm like, when did that happen?
It's really sad. It makes me so sad when I see girls that do that. And it's so easy not to. Get yourself an exfoliator in your night cream, and then when you start, keep listening to this show. I want everyone out there. Molly, thank you so much for calling. I hope you use the tip about getting the gradual sunless tanner. It will make you feel more beautiful, more rested. It will give you that sunny glow, and it will not ruin your skin like the sun does, because that's the greatest ager of all.
Well,
thank you
so
very much for your call, Molly. Everybody, we'll be back in a minute, and I'm going to give you more tips, and we're going to talk about women who are really, really doing it well and how you can steal from them. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Okay, so today is such a big show, and I'm Morgen Schick, and I'm so excited that you're here with me. I really believe that your image has to connect your entire life. Your image has to connect with how you want people to perceive you and how you want to be treated. So if you feel like, oh, I am a great person on the inside, I'm generous and I'm sweet and I'm caring and I'm funny and I'm intelligent on the inside, it's all fantastic. It's brilliant. But unfortunately, we live in a visual society, so if someone is walking down the street and you look a mess, you look like you don't care about yourself, you don't look like you care about your hair, your skin, your clothing, they're not going to be drawn to you. And I understand what that feels like because I grew up never thinking that your outsides mattered. It's so ironic that I became a model because I really just remember my mom never focusing on us being pretty, us being fat, us being whatever it was. It was all, our dinner table conversation was all about bring something funny, bring something interesting that happened to you today, or we will eat you for lunch. You will be dinner if you do not bring something snappy to the Schick dinner table. So when I was asked to model, it was kind of shocking. I was actually asked to be in the Miss California pageant by a woman who owned a store in Santa Barbara, California. And I was offended, actually. I was offended at first. I was like, oh, I would never do a pageant. I'm smart. And I don't care what I look like on the outside. But in actuality, and what I learned from being a model is that people really do treat you differently when you are pleasing to the eye. It's like a flower. Do you think a weed looks pretty, or do you think is your eye caught by a flower? And don't get me wrong, you cannot be a jerk and be pretty. You cannot be mean or selfish because your pretty goes down the drain. Hi, sorry about that. That's the beauty of live radio. Sorry. This show is about you making your image so the most beautiful potential that you can do naturally, and it has to look like you're not doing anything. It has to be invisible and stealth. So one of the things that I want you to think about is that getting your skin to be radiant and getting your skin to be all even toned, you can use some very easy lightening techniques like bladderwrack root is natural, hydroquinone is a lightener. It'll lighten up your patches of skin or age spots or liver spots. It takes a couple of months. It can help with birth control, hormone issues. So you can use the directions on the for hydroquinone, and in a couple months you will see a more radiant, beautiful skin tone. That is one way for you to look really young. Okay, can I go to Amber? Amber, are you there? I'm so sorry I lost you guys for a second.
Oh, that's okay, Morgan. You know what? I just love the topic of your show today. And the other thing, I couldn't believe you were actually, I don't know, you said you were in the Miss California pageant or nominated for it.
No, I was the woman. I thank you so much. Thank you. I do love this topic as well. I was the woman who owned a store in Santa Barbara was also the head of the Miss California pageant. So when I walked in her store, she asked me if I was interested in being in the Miss California pageant. I declined, but then she asked me if I would do an ad for her store in Santa Barbara, and that was how I was discovered by a photographer that shot it, who was on his way to New York to become a photographer in New York. He had my picture, and that is the short story of my long career.
Well,
so no, I did not do the pageant. I'm not a pageant girl. I don't think I have. I don't. First of all, I don't have the talent for it.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
So tell me, you have an update.
Well, I know last time we did speak,